Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another Hobby Homies Battle Report. As voted by you on our YouTube poll, today we are playing Rangers of Shadowdeep. Rangers of Shadowdeep is a solo or cooperative war game written by Joseph McCulloch. It focuses on a world that is being enveloped by the Shadowdeep, a black cloud or fog that slowly envelops everything, and evil creatures and villains reside. So today we are playing Mission 1, The Missing, Scenario 1, The Deserted Village. We've got a bit of a different take on Village here. We're playing with more of a graveyard kind of vibe, basically somewhere that the Shadowdeep has started to envelop and evil is lurking in the shadows. So we'll meet our warband and we'll get stuck into it. We wouldn't be able to bring these battle reports to you guys without the help of our friends. We've got Miniature Scenery, Guff Werribee, and Battle Maps. Massive, massive thank you to you guys. So, our warband, we have Shaaz Plays. He is our ranger, armed with a pistol and ammo pouch, or crossbow and quiver. Two-handed sword, light armor, and a rope. Leonardo DiCiccio, he is our man-at-arms. Boris Carpenter, he is our guardsman. Ymir Pommel, our archer. Atlas, our trusty bloodhound. And of course, Mr. Beaks, our raptor. So, bit of a motley crew we've got here, but let's see how we go in the Shadowdeep. Mission 1, The Missing. It has been less than a week since the destruction of Laurentia and the appearance of the Shadowdeep. But in that time, the world has seemingly gone mad. Reports of strange creatures and evil robed men are flooding in from all along the new border. Even with every soldier, ranger and volunteer mobilised, the kingdom is stretched thin. 3 days ago, a veteran ranger by the name of Aventine went out to investigate reports of an attack on a nearby village. He has not returned. Determined to find the missing ranger, you have gathered what companions you can and set off for the village. It's an 8-hour hike over difficult terrain. Scenario 1, The Deserted Village. As soon as you came within sight of the nameless village, you knew that something wasn't right. There was no sound of man or animal, no movement except for the gentle swaying of the trees in the breeze. Closer in, you could see bodies lying in the dirt and smell the stench of death. Undaunted, you covered your face and carried on. Whatever happened here, it was your duty to try to discover the truth, and if possible, determine the fate of Aventine. You had just reached the centre of the village and were about to split up to search when a horrible moaning sound came from all around. Alright guys, so here we are. We have our setup here, which is a 3x3. Obviously we're on a 4x4 table here, we've just brought it in a little bit. We have 5 buildings, each of these little ruins here, and the mausoleum of course, with clues hidden in some of those as well. So I think it's time, let's get into it. So, alright, well, we start with our rangers in the middle here, surrounded by zombies and a couple of giant rats. Nearly forgot to put those down. Yeah, let's get into it. So we'll start by activating our ranger, Shaaz. He will group activate. We'll try and get into a bit of a position here. So I think he will move forwards first to there. And he actually, yeah, he might move to there and stay there. I think we'll send our trusty 4-legged friend Atlas alongside with him, and I think we will activate. Maybe we'll. Nearly forgot. I nearly forgot. So at the start of the round, we can do a perception roll, and we can move one of these objectives 6 inches closer to our party. So with Mr. Beaks, our feathered friend, he has a perception bonus of +4. So we'll use him to make that roll. 2. Not enough. Not enough. The target number was 8, but that's all right. That's fine. So we'll continue on. So we've activated Shaaz and Atlas, and then I think we shall activate Boris. Let's have him just move to there. he'll sort of start going for one of those objectives over the corner there. So, all right, now it is the enemy creature phase. So we have zombies. Let's start with the zombies. So we've got one zombie here. So he has a movement of 4. Now I know with rangers and companions, your second move is only half a move action. I don't know about enemies, but let's just treat it like that. I've tried going through the rules. I just can't quite seem to find anything. So if you guys know, let me know in the comments, and we'll just bring all those evil creatures forward. There, and the giant rats, which I believe have a move of 6. Alrighty, so this one here will take both of his moves to get to there, being unable to fight, but this one will be able to get to Shaaz and fight. So, starting with the giant rat there, we have rolled an 11, they have rolled an 8, so Shaaz has a fight score of +3, which brings us to 14, and a two-handed sword, which brings it to 16. We have exceeded them by 8 points, so we win. And the armor of the rat, I believe, is 6. So 10 points of damage will definitely kill that rat. Cool. Beauty. So, alrighty. Now it's our companions phase. So our remaining companions, let's start with Eomir. He will use his first action, will be a combat action to shoot at this zombie here with his bow. So he has a shoot skill of +2. Oof, okay, so we've rolled a 16, which goes to an 18. And yeah, yep, so that goes to an 18. So we've won combat here. And the armor of the zombie is 12. So we do 6 points of damage. So that is enough to kill that zombie. Beautiful. That's what we want. One zombie slain. Well done. I think he'll use his next action to move to there. Cool. All right. Leonardo will activate and he will fight the giant rat which came upon him earlier. Oof, okay, a 20. So 20, we have scored a crit, which means an extra 5. So 25 plus his combat goes to 28. Definitely killing that rat. No doubt about it. So the rat is gone. He will then use his next action to move to there. And last but not least, our feathered friend, Mr. Beaks. He will fly to here. Cool. Sweet. Alrighty. That's our first turn. Now we draw our event card. So at the end of the first turn, we draw from a shuffled deck and see what happens. So we've drawn a 5. A red 5. Alrighty, a red 5 is a giant rat. Place 1 giant rat as near to a hero as he can get while still being in contact with a building. Alrighty, so there's Shaaz. I think we'll place that giant rat just there. So that is the end of our first turn. We will start on to turn 2. Cool. Alrighty, starting with our ranger phase. So Shaaz will activate. He will group activate, which means Atlas will be able to activate as well. Now, what Shaaz will do is he will use his movement to go for this clue marker up here. And he'll use his second movement to go to there. So he can't search it now because he's used both his activations, but next turn he can choose to. Atlas will move and then fight the giant rat there. So, alrighty. Oh, okay, 25. Atlas doesn't have any combat bonuses, but he has beaten the giant rat, and the giant rat with its armor of 6 doesn't stand a chance. So he's got that rat that popped up out of the ruins there. Cool. Now, it is our creature phase. So, we generally start with the creatures that have the most hit points and then work our way down to ones that are wounded, but none are wounded yet. We'll start with this zombie here. He's going to move towards Boris using one activation, and then his second activation is going to fight. 14. Okay, so we tie. Now we plus our bonuses. So Boris has +3 fight, +2 for a two-handed weapon. So that brings his his 14 to a 19, which exceeds. So that beats the zombies roll of 14, and 19. It exceeds the armor of the zombie, which is 12. 19. Yep, so that means 7 points of damage, which kill a zombie. Cool. Well done, Boris. All right. Now, the next zombie, this one here, will activate. So that will move, taking 2 move actions to get to Boris there. So he can't fight at the moment. This one here. I think technically Leonardo's closer. So the zombie will make its move around there, going for Leonardo. Cool. Alrighty. Sweet. So that is our creature phase. Now it is time for our companions to activate. We shall start with Leonardo. He's going to move to this zombie here and fight. So Leonardo, having a fight skill of 3, rolls a 9. Okay, so 12. So they tie. Now he only has a hand weapon, so a tie of 12. Now Leonardo's armor is 12, so the zombies attack just doesn't get through his armor, but Leonardo beating the zombies. The zombies' armor is 12 also, so it's a stalemate there. So they will remain in combat. Cool. Yes. All right. Sweet. So that he will remain there. Now it is time for Mr. Beaks to activate. He will fly to this clue marker over here, and he will use his second action to search it. 13. So, consulting the table, a 13 is herbs. So we found some herbs. So we will replace that clue marker with a herbs token there. So there's a little something that got left behind when everyone left that campsite there. Cool. All right. Next we have Eomir. He will activate. He can't shoot at this zombie that's fighting Leonardo there. So what he instead will choose to do is he will move. Does he want to fight? Yes, he'll fight. So he'll move his 6 inches there to get in combat, and he'll fight it with his dagger. So he is lucky to have Leonardo assisting there. So, okay. We might be in trouble here. So Eomir has a fight of 2, so to a 4, to a 6 with the assistance there of Leonardo, but -1, which goes to a 5. So the zombie definitely wins. Eomir with an armor of 11 takes 1 point of damage. Alrighty, interesting, cool. Alrighty, so that's our turn 2. Sweet. All right, let's draw our event cards. So we have a red 8. So consulting the table, a red 8 is Terror. The hero with the lowest will stat on the table must make an immediate will roll. Target number 16. So now I know that Atlas has a -2 to his will, So he needs to roll an 18 or higher. 9, not enough. Okay, so he is terrified. So now he cannot activate in the next activation. Cool. Alrighty. So now we'll get on to turn number 3. Alrighty, starting with our Ranger phase, Shaaz. He will use his first activation there to search the clue. He has rolled a 9. A 9 on the clue table is strange tracks. You discover some very odd tracks. Make an immediate track roll, target number 6, to see if you can determine their nature. Cool, so Shaaz has tracking +2. Target number, what was required there? Was it 6? Strange tracks, target number 6. All right, so let's go for it. 9, we have successfully determined the nature of the strange tracks. Shaaz has recognized these before. Cool. Alrighty, sweet. So he will then use his next activation to move. I think we'll move to there. Cool, alrighty. No one was in range to group activate, so now it is the evil creatures phase. So we'll start with Boris versus this zombie here. The zombie, of course, choose to try and eat him. Boris has rolled a 19, plus his two-handed sword for +2, plus his fight of 3, so 24, exceeding the zombie's armor of 12 by 12 points. So he's killed that zombie twice over. So Boris there remains alive after slaying that zombie. Cool. And the next one here, we'll choose to fight Leonardo. We've rolled an 18, +2 for the assistance of Eomir, +3, so that goes to 23. Again, far exceeding the required number there to slay that zombie. So, nice. Well, it's currently now quiet in the graveyard. Cool. All right, let's go to our companions. Now, we shall have Mr. Beaks. Actually, yes, we'll have Mr. Beaks use his double movement. He's going to fly on over, try to get this next objective over here. Let's have Leonardo move to here and attempt to break open that door. So we can either break or pick lock. We have a target number of 8 to see if we can bust that rusty old gate open. 12, we have successfully done so. So we can now gain access into there to search that clue marker. Alrighty. I think the next best thing would be to send Eomir in for 1 and to search again. So he is now inside that little mausoleum there, and he will search. Let's see what that clue is. A 15. Alrighty, so 15 going to the clue is herbs. Well, we have to re-roll that because you can only roll each result once. 10. Alrighty. Mutilated body. Wow, okay, so you discover a body with some strange bite marks that appear to have been poisonous. Make an immediate survival roll, target number 6, to see if you can determine their nature. So he's found a mutilated body in there. Let's make that survival roll. Target number of 6. 6. We have determined the nature of these strange bite marks. Cool. They appear to be poisonous, possibly from a giant spider, but who knows. Boris, he'll use both actions to move rather to there, and I think we'll send Atlas along with him. So he'll move up to there. Cool. Alrighty, now it is the event phase. So we draw another card. We have a red 9. What have we brought upon us here? Red 9, disease. Any figure that is defeated that is reduced to 0 health during this scenario must make a health roll. Target number 16. Cool. So as long as no one dies, otherwise then they're in trouble. Cool. Alrighty, and we go on to turn 4. All right, starting with Shaaz. So he will activate. I think, well, he might just move back towards the center of the table. So his 2 moves will bring him to about there. There are no evil creatures to activate, so we'll skip that. We'll move on to our companion phase. So, Mr. Beaks, he will require both actions to be movement to get to that clue, which he can then search next turn. And I think we will send Leonardo down there sort of to help him, just in case it's something that needs to be carried. And we'll send Emir back out of that building there. Boris will start his first action to try and bust open that rusty old gate on the mausoleum. Target number 8. 4. Oh, okay. Not quite enough there, Boris. I don't know if they can be attempted again after a failed one. So let's treat it as no. He must remain there and try again next turn. I think we'll send Atlas up to here. So he will use his movement of 8 to get to that clue, and then sniff it out, see what he finds. So what does Atlas find? A roll of 18. Treasure. Treat this clue marker as a treasure token. Nice. So not only a bloodhound, but he's also good at sniffing out gold. Nice. Well done, Atlas. Cool. All right. Now, I believe it is the event phase again. Wow, that was quick. We just powered through that. So, cool. All right. We have drawn a red 7. Alrighty, what does a red 7 give us? Collapse. One of the buildings determined randomly collapses. Any figure in or within 2 inches of the building suffers an immediate +4 attack. So, we'll start here. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's roll a d6 and see what we get. 6 obviously being a reroll. 2. Okay. So, all right, we have this building here is going to collapse. It looks like, yeah, Leonardo, you're a bit close there. Mr. Beaks is far enough away. So that building collapses, and Leonardo suffers an attack. So I don't know if we can attempt to... Okay, yeah, all right, he... Oh, wow, he's in trouble. So he definitely loses combat there, so +4, so that goes to an 18. Leonardo, his armor of 12, so he's going to take 6 points of damage. Oof. He has 3 wounds remaining. Ouch. Okay. Ouch, that hurt. He needs to play it safe for the rest of the game. We can't have any casualties. Cool. All right. Now we're on to turn 5. Our Ranger Shaaz. Again, sort of just lingering in the back to the middle again. It's a bit too quiet. He doesn't like it. There are no evil creatures to activate, so we will start activating our companions. So Mr. Beaks will search. He will search the clue that he's got here. Rolled a 17 on our clue table. That is treasure again. We can't do that, so we must re-roll. 3. What is 3? The body of Aventine. Okay, so we have discovered the body of the missing ranger. Cool, alrighty. So you have discovered the body of the missing ranger. The figure discovering the body should make an immediate armory roll. If successful, it recognizes that Aventine's sword is magic and brings it with it. I don't think Mr. Beaks can tell the difference between a magic sword and a non-magic sword. So he's probably more interested in digging in the ground looking for some worms. So we'll leave him there. Cool. And Leonardo shall move back to the middle to hang out with the lads. I think Boris will try again to break open that door of that mausoleum. Target number 14, yes. That is definitely enough to do so and to expose that clue. And he will, well, I think he's going to go try and pick up that treasure. Yep, he'll get there. So he's going to move to pick up the treasure. And then I think Atlas will come over here and sniff out and see what that clue is. So, what have we got? 9. That is strange tracks. We've already discovered those, so we'll re-roll that. 3, the body of Eventine, we'll re-roll that. 17, treasure again, we'll re-roll that. 10, have we had 10? Mutilated body, yes, we've had that as well. Okay, well, I guess we just keep rolling. Number 8, strange tracks, yep. Okay, so we haven't got much left, really. We've got basically a survivor or a zombie. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to roll a d6. 1, 2, and 3 will be a zombie. 4, 5, and 6 will be a stranger or a survivor. 6, survivor. Cool. So we found a survivor there. So you found a badly wounded but living villager. Treat this figure as one of your companions with the following stats. Move 3, fight 0, armor 10, and health 5. So obviously, he was hiding in a mausoleum to get away from the zombies. Now, I just feel like that's probably where the zombies would be, right? Why? It's like, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. But that's all right, we found him there. Cool. So, that was the end of our turn 5. So we'll draw an event card, a red 2. So, we have zombies. Place 2 additional zombies on the table at the center points of 2 different randomly determined table edges. So what we'll do here is we'll roll a d6. We have table edge 1, 2, 3, and 4. 5 and 6 can be rerolls. We've rolled a 4, so we'll have 1 zombie start just here. And we'll roll again. 6 is a reroll. 4, another one. Cool. So 2 zombies come wandering out from somewhere else. All right, so we go to the start of turn 6. Cool. Alrighty, now we have our ranger phase. Do we have those in range? Yes, we do. Alrighty, cool. So Shaaz will activate first. He's going to move towards these zombies and he's going to shoot with them with his pistol using the crossbow rules. So let's see how we go. Okay, so we have 1 combat there. So we have 8 plus our shoot of 2, which goes to 10. Now the zombies have armor of 12, so that is not enough. So we have hit, but only sort of more annoyed the zombie rather than done any damage. That's all right. Next we'll have Emir. He will move up to these crates here and take a shot at one of the zombies. So it has intervening terrain there. He's sort of shooting past some trees. So we'll have a -1 to our shot. 16. He has a shoot of 2, which goes to a 1. So 17. Okay, so we have hit and wounded the zombie, doing 5 points of damage, leaving with 1 health remaining. And lastly, we have old mate Leonardo. He will just move a single move up to there, ready to stand guard to protect his ranger, Shaaz. Cool, now it is our evil creatures phase. So, both zombies lumbering towards the smell of fresh meat. Cool. Alrighty, so now I think we'll activate, well now it's our companion phase. So I'm thinking first we'll start by activating Mr. Beaks. He's going to use his move to fly in and hopefully pick the eyeballs out of one of those zombies there. Oh no. Okay. Mr. Beaks doesn't have any bonuses, so the zombie with a score of 13 does not exceed Mr. Beaks' armor, frostbite, which is 14. So whew, we are lucky. We are lucky, but we do lose combat there. So next we'll activate our stranger. So wounded, so he only has a movement of 3, but he's going to move just up to there. Then I think we shall activate Atlas. He has heard the zombies coming, and he is coming bounding around. And of course Boris, carrying that large two-handed sword and treasure now, is going to come running back to assist our party as well. Cool. All right, that is our companion phase. Now let's see what our event draws. A red 6. So consulting the table, we have giant rats. Place 2 giant rats on the table adjacent to 2 randomly determined buildings. Cool. Let's start with our roll like we did earlier to see about which buildings collapsed. So we have a 6, which is a reroll. 5. So we have 1 giant rat starting here. And again, we have a 6, which is a reroll. Wow. 4. Okay, cool. Alrighty, so our second giant rat coming out of the rubble here as well. Cool. Alrighty, so into turn 7, starting with our ranger. So Shaaz will activate. He'll group activate. So having Leonardo and Emir in range. So having shot his crossbow earlier, he must reload it. I think what he's going to do is he's going to move in. No, you know what? He's going to reload his crossbow as his movement action and fire again at this back zombie here, the one which hasn't been wounded yet. 3. Oh, okay. So he's whiffed his shot. That's all right. Yeah, he's missed that one. Next, we'll activate Emir, who will move back a little bit and shoot his bow at the same target that Shaaz first fired upon. 16 plus his shooting of 2, so it goes to 18. So we have the armor of 12, so we've done 6 points of damage, which is enough to kill that zombie. So, whew, okay, that was close. Alrighty, so now we will lastly activate as our group activation, Leonardo, who's going to move in and fight that zombie with the assistance there of Mr. Beaks. 12. Okay, so he has a +3, which goes to a 15. Mr. Beaks is helping, so that goes to a 17. So we tie. Now, that is enough to do 5 points of damage to the zombie, which will kill the zombie. But 17 will also do 5 points of damage to Leonardo. So now he is down. So the zombie has been slain, but it has taken him down with him. Oh no, so he's going to have to roll a disease roll. Let's just knock him down there. He may be in trouble. So, okay, so we must roll. Okay, so now we must roll a health roll, target number 16. 18, cool, he is not diseased. Luckily, the zombie didn't pass on anything there. So, cool, all right, we've slain all the creatures. Oh, no, we have not. We have a couple of giant rats. Now, I think this one here is going to go for Atlas. So he'll move in there and choose to fight. We have rolled an 11 versus a 13. Oh no, okay. So Atlas has an armor of 10. So we lose the combat there and he suffers 3 points of damage. He's only got 1 wound left. Oh no. Oh no, we are in strife. And the creature wins the combat there. The next one, he's going to use both his movements to go to Atlas there. So we're in trouble. He can't fight though at the moment, so that's all right. Now we have our companion phase. So Atlas, you're in trouble there, mate. I think he is going to retreat. He's going to run back to there. Our stranger, he's going to use both his moves just to get into combat with that rat there. Boris, he has enough to get in to there and use an activation to fight. 10 plus his fight of 3 plus his 2 weapons goes to 15, beating the rat there and exceeding its armor by a lot. That's enough to kill that one there. Cool. All right, so we have Mr. Beaks can activate. He'll move up to here. Cool. Alrighty. Now it is the event phase. So I've turned 7. We have a red 3. So a red 3 gives us zombies. Place 2 additional zombies on the table at the center point of 2 different randomly determined table edges. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing like we did earlier. Rolling a d6, 4 and 5, 5s and 6s are re-rolls. 3, so up here. And again, 4. So we have another one coming in here. So there's something coming from over there. So that's all right. Now we go on to our final turn number 8. Let's see how we go here. This is, it's getting sketchy. There's only a couple of zombies left. So I think with our group activation, we can activate Shaaz, who will need to reload and shoot. So he's going to reload his crossbow as his first activation and shoot at the zombie there. 11 to 9 plus his shooting of 2. So that goes to a 13. So we exceed it and we do 1 point of damage. That's all right. Got to start somewhere. So we've pipped that zombie there. So then we're going to activate Eomir. He's going to move to here and he's going to shoot his bow at the same target. A 9 versus a 6. So he has a shoot of 2, so that goes to an 11, which is not enough to go through the armor of the zombie, but he hits it, so that's all right. And last but not least, in our group activation, I think we're going to activate Mr. Beaks here, who's going to fly in, try and take out this giant rat. Quite appealing for a raptor, I would say. 15 to 8, yes, he is going to do it. The armor of the giant rat is 6, so he is well and truly taking that rat out and eating its guts. Nice, cool. All right, the evil creature phase. So he will use both his movements to move to there, and that one over there. Oh, I forgot about Atlas. He was feared earlier. Must have goofed that. Hope they didn't change too much. I don't think it would have. I forgot to grab the herbs from over here. Bugger. That's all right. Activating our companions. We have. Well, Atlas is just gonna run away. He's not gonna fight that zombie. Otherwise, that could be the end of him. Boris can't quite get there. I think it's safe to say that is the turn. We will finally draw our last card, which is a red ace. And that gives us zombies. Place 4 additional zombies on the table. Same points as the starting 4. So, adding those 4 there. Cool. Wow, okay. So, we've scored quite a lot. So we get 2 XP for each giant rat that we killed. We also get 6 XP for each clue marker uncovered. So we got all of those there. Yeah, we did. Yep. 12 XP if Aventine's body is discovered. Yes, we did find our missing ranger. We didn't discover his sword though. So we don't get that extra 5 there. And 15 XP if we get the survivor and he lives. So lucky there. 6 XP if the tracks were found. If the tracks were successfully determined, which they were. And plus 6 XP if the mutilated body is discovered and the nature of the bite marks is successfully determined. Cool, alrighty. So, I lost track of how many rats and zombies we killed. A few, at least 10, I don't know. Yeah, that's awesome. Alright guys, so that was our first mission 1, scenario 1. So we've survived. It did get quite hairy at the end there. I can see how quickly this can just go from good to bad. But we basically ended up with 87 experience points because of all the different missions, the different side objectives we completed. We also found some treasure, so we can roll that on our treasure table that we've got here, and see what we found. So with a roll of a d20, we have 15. So we have that was a bit rude. We have weapon or armor. So moving on to another table. I love games like this where you roll on different tables. Weapons and armor table. So we get to roll again. So rolling another d20. We have a 6, a hand weapon light. Cool. So that's cool. So we can add that to our stash. Now we also have to roll on the injury table to see what happens to Leonardo, who unfortunately got a little bit touched up by the zombies. So again, rolling on a d20 table, we have 15 psychological scars. The figure's physical injuries heal, but the mental trauma does not. It suffers a -1 to its will. This injury can be received twice with a cumulative effect of -2. Any further psychological scars results have no effect. He wasn't a fan of copying it from that zombie. So he suffers a will -1, bringing him down to a +1 will. So yeah, awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, we are a podcast that releases episodes every Sunday. We're also hoping to do more battle reports like this. I want to further this campaign. The next mission looks like a lot of fun. Get some giant spiders on the table, so hang around. We've got other battle reports as well, like 5 Parsecs from Home, Test of Honor, and Armada, Mantic's Armada. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed. If you can, like, comment, share the video with your friends, and of course subscribe. Thank you so much guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Hooroo.
Big up to the boys, Fox and Shane. Set your minds free, no locks and chains. Do what you love, roll the dice. 50-50, we cold as ice. One thing cold, but a penny time.